Citywide COVID testing underway, but many still skeptical over scheme. Chief Executive says it's her job to set the record straight on separation of powers. And the new academic year begins, but online only for now. Hello, good evening, and welcome back to TVB News. Hong Kong began the community-wide COVID-19 testing program today, and more than 125,000 people have taken the test so far. Pinki Wong reports.
Queues outside some of the 141 testing centers this morning. Many showed up at the Hong Kong City Hall Testing Center in Central before the 8 a.m. opening time. Each center has a limited daily testing capacity, and citizens can reserve their spots online. So far, 651,000 people have registered.
It's very comfortable. Not only the domestic helper, for all the people also here in Hong Kong. This is good for everybody.
Will your employee do the test also?
Yeah, she's here with me.
All specimens collected at the centers will be sent to the laboratory of Sunrise Diagnostic Center Limited. A board member of the testing lab, Anthony Wu, was at the Hong Kong Park Sports Center. He said the lab is ready to test 300,000 specimens daily.
I queued here for maybe about 5 to 8 minutes. I went up and registered with my ID card, and they gave me a test tube with only the barcode on there. And then I waited there on the chair, and we all have the social distancing. And by the time I have everything done, it's less than 30 minutes, so it's very smooth.
Local medical experts David Hui and Gabriel Leung went to Sha Tin Yuen Wo Road Sports Center for the test. Hui said he didn't feel any pain during the sample collection, and it was done in 2 minutes. The testing program is at the center of a political debate in the city, with many distrustful about resources and staff sent by the central government. Some also claim that the participants' DNA could be collected during the exercise. Leung said it's his personal choice to take part, and he respects each individual's decision. He noted the testing capacity should be maintained, especially for high-risk groups like staff and elders in care homes, as the 4th or the 5th wave of infections may arrive in autumn or winter. Officials announced the daily quotas for all testing centers will be increased.
The turnout rate is pretty good today. It's more than 90%. So it will increase the number of quotas available for booking across the board for all centers. So particularly for those centers that are already fully booked for the 7 days, starting from the 3rd of September onwards, there will be more booking quotas available. So people could actually go online tomorrow, and you can find that for those fully booked centers, there will be places available. So I appeal for early booking.
Pinki Wong, TVB News.
Meanwhile, the chief executive continues to encourage residents to get tested, and she stressed politics has no role to play during this healthcare crisis. Fighting to let normalcy resume one step at a time, the Universal Community Testing Program is the government's latest measure to combat COVID-19.
My appeal has always been to encourage as many citizens to come forward for themselves, for their loved ones, their relatives, and also their co-workers in various settings, because we have seen from statistics that about 1/4 of the confirmed cases were without symptoms.
Critics say some people have chosen not to participate due to growing distrust towards the administration. But the chief executive denied this has anything to do with the government's popularity.
It does have something to do with people who either because they don't understand the details of the program, the procedures, the safeguards that we have put in place, that they try to cause worries and fears amongst the people.
In addition to persisting privacy fears, some believe the scheme may actually result in more infections, with people defying social distancing rules. And they remember the government cited mass gatherings and social contact among the reasons to postpone the Legislative Council polls by a year.
It is not just only on the voting day when we may have over 3 million, 4 million voters coming out to vote on a single day, But it also have a lot of electioneering activities and preparatory work to do before the election. I announced the postponement on the 31st of July, and I think that was during the period when we have seen successive daily cases over 100. That was a very critical period, and a decision has to be made.
Meanwhile, LegCo President Andrew Leung and some 30 pro-Beijing lawmakers participated in the testing. Those from the pan-democratic bloc say they will boycott the program.